What is up, crew? All right, so I just got off a Zoom call. So it's like a video conferencing program on my phone with a bunch of new coaches from our team. So I just got on the call. I just wanted to see faces. We shared why we became Beachbody coaches and kind of how to get started right as a Beachbody coach. And I wanted to hop on here live before I headed back up to the cabin to chill with Steven and his parents. So as you can see, I am at the lake. So we were at work today. We had a busy lunch, and then in the afternoon, Steven's parents were like, "Hey, it's a gorgeous day. Let's go to the lake. Let's do some boating, and let's just hang out." So we just had supper and all that jazz. And I'm like, yeah, I packed up my laptop, my phone. I'm like, I'll work at the lake. So I actually worked from my phone on the boat while Steven's dad drove and his mom and him fished. And I just kind of sat back, and because sometimes I don't know about you guys, but like I get caught up in the hustle and bustle of things, and I sometimes have my blinders on and I just work and I don't take time to really think about things. So on the boat today, I kind of took a second and was like, Morgs, let's take a second here. It's Tuesday. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You're on a boat in the middle of a lake, working from your phone, making money, helping other people feel amazing. Like, just take a second. And I look back, I'm like, how actually did this happen? Like, how? Hey, Britt. Because when I started, this is how I signed up to be a coach, you guys. I knew nobody who was a Beachbody coach. Not a soul. Nobody told me about coaching. Knew nobody that was a coach. Nada. I love Beachbody workouts because when I was in like grade 8, my older sister ordered Turbo Jam, and I fell in love with Chalene Johnson. I don't know if there's any other Chalene Johnson lovers out there, but I fell in love with her and her plaid skirt, and I would do her workouts. I'd invite my girlfriends, Christy, back home. We'd do the workouts. It was just a blast. So ever since like grade 8, I loved Beachbody workouts, but knew nothing about coaching. And, went to university when, fitness has always been part of my life. I actually, because Beachbody Turbo Jam introduced me to fitness and fell in love with it. But I went to university, went to the gym, also did Beachbody programs, a mix of things. But, well, rewind. In high school, I was pretty sick. I had mono one year, then I had West Nile and meningitis as well. So if any of you have ever been in the best shape of your life and then something happened and you hit rock bottom, that happened to me 3 times. And by rock bottom, I don't just mean you fell off the wagon. I mean, my mom had to bathe me, and me coming back to fitness was my mom walking me about 2 houses down the block, and me putting my arm around her and her pretty much carrying me back, and me having to sleep for a couple hours because that was it. Hey, Courtney, that was my rock bottom 3 times. And what actually got me back was popping in that Turbo Jam DVD, and I'd do 5 minutes to start off with, then I'd do 10 minutes, then I'd do 15 minutes, and I'd gradually work my way back to my fitness level. So all 3 of those times. So then, throughout university, thanks, Court. All throughout university, I went to the gym a bit, and I did Beachbody programs a bit. But when I finished, I graduated with a bio degree. I'll go over here. It's a little bit lighter. I graduated with a bio degree and an education degree. I better not go too close to the edge or I'll drop my phone in the water. So I was moving back home with my parents because I took a maternity leave position. And I thought, okay, I'm not going to have time for the gym. So cool, let's order a new fitness program. That'll keep me on track. I'll wake up. I was living with my parents. I'll wake up early, do it. I'll follow the calendar. It'll help keep me like on track for my fitness. So sure enough, I logged on and I decided to order Body Beast, which, because I was into weightlifting at the time, I'm like, this is perfect. So I ordered Body Beast, and I don't know, something was clearly looking out for me that day. I came across the tab on the website that literally said, become a coach. And I had always dreamt of fitness, a job in fitness. Anyways, I was actually going to go to school to be a phys ed teacher, but based on what people told me, which I fully believed, physical education teachers, it was kind of saturated. It was going to be hard to get a job. You know, morgues, go for math or science. It'll be easier to get a job. So I listened, and I did biology and chemistry. And, you know, I thought about personal training, but trading time for money, seemed like a ton of work. I thought about opening up a gym, but again, that was a huge financial investment that I couldn't do. So a job with fitness and helping people had always been on my mind, but could never make it happen, right? So I came across this coaching tab, and I told Steven, I'm like, hey, Steven, do you know Beachbody has this thing called coaches? He's like, oh, well, you should sign up. You'd probably be good at it because you've loved Beachbody. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. No, because I am, if you guys know me, I'm like the worst decision maker. I'm getting better. I'm like the worst decision maker of life. Like, I like to be like this. Krista, teach English. You went with French. I heard that too, girl. French was going to be my other option. So if you know me, I like to be like this. I'm very even-keeled level person. Like, I do not like to be up or down or really be outside of my comfort zone. So I was like, no, like, I'm not signing up. But I wouldn't stop talking about it. So Steven's like, morgues, like, come on. If you don't sign up, I'm just going to friggin' go sign you up. So I'm like, okay, I'll sign up. Aw, thanks, Court. So I signed up. So get this. So you can actually sign up. So I bought Body Beast. Then I signed up to be a coach with the sign-up fee. Then I learned about Shakeology and got that too. So I literally bought all three things separate when I could have bought the Body Beast Challenge Pack, which is Body Beast, Shakeology, and the coach sign-up fee for free, all discounted all together, and paid way less. But like I said, I knew nobody that was a coach. Nobody told me about it. I didn't know. So I paid the maximum amount you can possibly pay to sign up. And when I signed up, there was a little spot to put in your sponsor coach. So I'm like, it probably doesn't matter who my sponsor coach is. Like, I'm never going to talk to them anyway. So I did a quick Google search, randomly typed in a coach's name. Okay, that's way too bright now. I randomly typed in a coach's name, and that was good. So, I mean, thankfully it's worked out, obviously. But I messaged them after I was signed up. I'm like, hey, so I think I signed up to be a Beachbody coach. And that was all I sent her. And she's like, oh, okay, great. Like, let's hop on the phone together and, you know, let's chat. So, okay, sure enough, it was July of 2013, and hopped on the phone. I was at my cabin, and she's like, okay, great. Like, you signed up, you know, what are your goals with coaching? And I was like, I don't know. And you guys, literally, our phone call was like 3 minutes, 4 minutes tops long, because I had nothing to say. I had no goals. I didn't know what it was, nothing. She's like, okay, well, like, you know, here's our new coach training. We'll get started soon. Great. And she probably thought, like, oh my gosh, this girl's going to last a week and she's going to quit and she's going to be out of here, because I didn't know anything about it. But after I started to learn and get involved, 4 years in, and I mean, you guys have seen me. Our team is a 3-time elite team, like top ranked in the whole company, top ranked in Canada. My business, I've got 2. So once you get to a certain level, you can open up a second business center, plus Steven's business. Combined, we've earned $1 million with Beachbody in, 4 years. On July 23rd, I signed up in 2013. So almost 4 years. You know, it's crazy, because like I said, I was sitting on the boat. I'm like, that seemingly insignificant decision to spend 2 minutes and to sign up to be a coach, what was it, like $39 or something like that. That seemingly insignificant decision at the time has literally like completely transformed my life. And that's what I honestly use to keep me grounded, because, you know, we don't live in some fancy big house or in a big city or have any of that stuff. We live in a tiny town of 5,000 people. We go to work at our store every single day. I don't teach anymore, obviously. We live in a little 700 square foot home. We're almost paid off. You know, the only debt we have left is our mortgage. We've been paying off, you know, our vehicle and every business and all that stuff. We're with each other all day long. So like, we're nothing fancy. And I always bring myself back with this. I'm like, okay, where would I be right now if I had not signed up to be a Beachbody coach? And Steven asked me this, and this is kind of what I use all the time, like, okay, where would I be? And I just think, I'm like, okay, well, right now, I mean, I don't even know what time it is, like 7. So I would have been at school Steven, I would have got up. I probably would have worked out. I probably would have been out of the house by the time Steven even woke up, probably. Maybe would have seen him for a little bit. I would have gone to teach all day. And of course, you guys, if any of you are teachers, you're at the school all day. And And I probably would have had extracurricular coaching after school. It's end of the school year right now, so probably not. But most of the school year, I would have been coaching. I coached volleyball and all that stuff. So that would have been till like, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock. Holly, I'd be doing report cards. Actually, she is right. I'd be doing report cards and finals for the high school kids and getting ready for grad, I'm sure. I would have got home 5 or 6. Steven would have been working a ton at our store because we wouldn't be able to afford staffing more people alone without the Beachbody income. So he'd be at work. We would not be here. He'd still be at work. I'd probably just be getting home, making some food. He'd get home maybe, I don't know, 8 o'clock. He'd probably work out. I'd probably go to bed by like 9:30 because I'd have to get up early to get up and work and teach the next day. So we'd see each other for like half hour, an hour, and we'd do that every day. And I'd probably coach sports on the weekends, so we probably wouldn't see each other a ton there. And I honestly look at that, I'm like, would we even be together? I don't know. I mean, I don't actually know, because that would be hard. That would be really, really hard to see each other for a half hour, an hour a day. I'm just reading Krista's comment. I'll read it after, girl, sorry. And that hurts a little bit. That hurts a lot, actually. I wouldn't be able to go to my sister's grad in the middle of the week. Both my sisters convocated the other week. You guys might have seen I was in Saskatoon. I went to go see both of their convocations, hung out with my grandparents, hung out with my grandma all day long, took her shopping. She still talks about it. She's like, it was the best day ever. I meet my grandma for coffee in the afternoon, all that jazz. So that's what kind of brings me back all the time. It's like, hey, you know, where would I be if coaching didn't so randomly come into my life? And don't get me wrong, I think some people think they'll sign up and they'll be successful. This has been hard. This has been a hard 4 years. But I look at it like a fitness program. Body Beast, 90 days. P90X, 90 days. That's a hard 3 months. Like you got to put it, if you want 100% of the results, you need to put in 100% of the effort. If you only do 1 month out of the 3 months, you get 1/3 of the results. And I compare Beachbody coaching to fitness exactly. You get out what you put in. Whatever you put in, like that's what your results are going to be. If you half-ass your fitness program, you get half-ass results. If you half-ass your Beachbody business, you get half-ass the results, right? Being a Beachbody coach is comparable to owning our franchise. To me, you are a legit business owner. And I think sometimes people misinterpret that. They don't see an online business as a legit job, but realistically, our times are changing. With the power of the internet, online jobs are where it's at. Being an entrepreneur, being in control is where it's at if you do the research, right? So I'll stop blabbering. I'm talking so much, but I hope this helps. Sometimes I like to get on, because usually my messages for Morgan are super short, but sometimes I just like to get on and help you guys get to know me a little bit better too, because sometimes social media, you can only show bits and pieces of your life, and it's nice to get on here and just talk and be like, yeah, this is me. This is where my head's at. This is what I think about. This is why I became a coach. This is how I became a coach. And this is why I'll always be a coach. And Britt's a phenomenal coach on our team. If you haven't checked out her page, she's amazing. Can't wait to see you at Summit, girl. We're off to New Orleans. So I just posted a graphic. Was it yesterday? My first Beachbody Summit. And Taryn, oh my gosh, Taryn's a new mama. Go check out her page too. She's amazing. So Summit, my first year, I had me, Sarah, Virginia, Paige, and Steven. Yeah, there's 5 of us. Me, Virginia, Sarah, Paige, Steven. 5 of us in Vegas, my first summit, okay, in 2014, the summer. Now we're going to New Orleans for my 4th summit. Yeah, it was Vegas, Nashville, New Orleans. And we have probably over 70 coaches going. Oh, thank you, Shanique. Over 70 coaches going, plus spouses. And when spouses come, I'm just like, yes. Which is crazy. It's it starts with you. It starts with you as a brand new Beachbody coach. And when you start, you're like, how am I going to find people to help? How am I going to grow a team? And it's like, you have that worry, but it's like, you know what? I'll figure it out. I had a passion for fitness. I knew what it did for me. I knew what it did for my soul, for my mental health, for my confidence. I knew what it did for me. And I don't know about you guys, but holy SHIT, it seems like anxiety, depression, low to no confidence are like common terms. Do you guys feel that way? Like, so 99% of people I talk to either struggle with depression, anxiety, low confidence, doubting themselves, talking to themselves negatively. That's majority. It's like 99% of the people I talk to. And I just think fitness and being part of a supportive community, like literally, that is why I am the way I am. That's why I love my body. Not all the time. Of course, I'm negative sometimes, but that's why I'm confident. That's why I don't really have anxiety. That's why I'm not depressed. I could easily be those things, and I get caught in those traps, but I go and freaking kill it in a workout, and I listen to those trainers and I sweat it out, and I just let it out, and I'm like, yeah, this is who I am. This is who the real Morgan is. And I fight for that every single day. And that's why I push personal development. And I teach people every single day that the mental transformation is just as important as the physical. So thankfully, Beachbody introduced me to that too. That's when I signed up. Beachbody introduced me to like the community of coaches and also to personal development. And from that day, I'm like, boom, I'm successful. If that's all this opportunity brings me, I don't care. I am successful. And everything after that has just been icing on the cake. So that's why I became a coach. I have a passion for fitness. I know what it has done for me, and I just want more people to get to experience that. I love being around all the people on our team. It's like, it's hard. It's hard to find, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes you're around a lot of negative Nancys and bitter berries, and they influence you. You're influenced by who you're around, and let's just be honest, that's what happens. And to be finally around people that want to see you succeed, that help you succeed, that are positive, it's a pretty cool atmosphere to be in. So whether your goal is just being more accountable, with your own fitness, whether you want to help other people, whether you want to leave your full-time job, which is what my goal was. It's not every coach's goal. Absolutely not. You know, whether you want to cover your costs of Shakeology, I don't know. Whatever your goal is, it's like you can be a coach. So many people doubt themselves, and it's like, no, you get to be whatever level of coach you want to be. We'll help you be whatever that is for you. So never think that you couldn't become a coach. So I'm going to wrap up there. The sun, where is the sun? It's behind the cloud, is setting. I'm going to go hang out with the fam, but I hope this was helpful. I hope I just didn't blab. I hope it was helpful for you guys. I hope it inspired you that I'm just some normal prairie Saskatchewan girl that just wanted a little bit more from this life. And it was hard, but it's still hard. It goes against the norm, but it's beyond worth it. So thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for joining me. And if you have any questions ever, post them in the comments of this video, message me, whatever it may be. Never hesitate to reach out, okay? Love you all. And if you're a coach on here, I will see you in New Orleans in, what is it, like 2 weeks? A little over 2 weeks? I don't know. It's coming fast. I will see you then. See you later, guys.